constantly being innovated and is always getting better and better over time. People represent themselves again by creating avatars to fit their personalities with the content they create and finding more people who are just like them in these spaces. The reason this topic, again, is so important is because not only is it a new side of technology that we're only seeing, not only seeing just today, but it's also that people are constantly wanting to be more immersed in these types of virtual realities. And different technologies like getting hazmat haptic suits where they can feel the touch of somebody from a totally different country, or use getting full body tracking so that people who are in virtual reality can see what body movements they're doing and try to choose the correct, not the correct, but choose the type of technology to better represent themselves as they try to in real life. This topic really interests me because so many people get virtual reality and are always talking about the latest technology, the latest way to show off what they can do, especially with facial tracking, which has just came out for the Quest and the HTC Vive, the newest headsets. It's a huge step in experiencing new things, and I feel like it's not as talked about in society, and it's such a unique way of thinking. My plan is to create a documentary going into these virtual spaces and asking people how they got into this reality, how they got into getting into VR, what made them keep going into VR, and basically just asking about who they are inside and outside of virtual reality. Here are some of the significance. So the significance of seeing people in these spaces is you don't know who they are behind the screen, and they will try to portray themselves as something different, or uh, try to present things that they may not be happy about. So, for example, like people with disabilities, some people may not be comfortable with sharing their disabilities in real life, so they exclude that from virtuality because they with these uh, can't tell with these spaces. So it gives them another opportunity to be like, this is me and this is who I am, uh without added on thoughts. Another significance is that people should be aware of the dangers that are inside of these spaces. As much as it is a freedom for other people to represent who they are and what they do, there are other people who may try to put toxicity into society, into these realities. And it's better to get an understanding rather than ignore it and think it doesn't exist. Also, with the rise of virtual reality back in 2020, when COVID first started, trying to get into these social interactions and when COVID happened and nobody could really interact with one another on face to face, virtual reality was another way for people to interact with one another and really have like a human connection, even though it was from somebody's house to another one's house, and feel really immersed with one another in these spaces. My target audience for this research is for this documentary is for anyone who's interested in getting into these spaces and want to get a better understanding of it, because and wanting to deal with these spaces. So anyone that's trying to learn and understand, this is what this documentary is for. This documentary is going to be a good representation of how people use different types of technology to find others like them and being able to make new friends and joining communities in ways that nobody would ever thought of. It's a great way for people to be who they are and look for another way to express themselves through different mediums that they have. How I plan to prepare is I will get a list of questions and I will go through them, making sure that each of them are okay, and set up the equipment. So putting up cameras, and I will be going into virtual reality and actually asking people who are in these worlds, and asking them questions that I have prepared and seeing their results. While going into these spaces, I'll be making sure to write down, making sure uh, uh, how how they are being represented. I'll make sure that their stories are clear, and uh, just overall making sure that the actual stories are being told correctly. And then after I'm done with all the recording, all the sessions, I will be going into all the videos, editing them, and putting it up to YouTube and sharing it all out. This documentary is going to be basically encapsulating all the people who are in VR chat and virtual realities and representing themselves as who they wish to be, sharing their experiences and what they've learned in this reality. With the research that I've gathered while interviewing the people, it'll be able to explore the idea that virtuality is for people who may not be able to express themselves in reality, and use this as a way to use this as a way as another medium to express who they are inside. Thank you. Any questions?